What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down one of the biggest mistakes that wide receivers will make when they have to run a slant route versus this inside shade press coverage look. So I hope this video helps you guys out. We're going to be looking at two specific examples of the exact same release from Davante Adams and this wide receiver from Ole Miss, and one of the common mistakes that you guys can do. So I hope this video helps you guys out. And again, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to improve your skills, but you're maybe looking for more advanced workouts, more advanced on-field drills, all the things that's going to help you improve your route running, your press releases. Check out that very first link in the description below for our 4-week wide receiver on-field workout schedule 2.0. So this is our second version of our on-field plan, and it's a little bit more advanced. For the more advanced side of things, for you guys to learn more advanced route running techniques, press releases, all the drills are broken down with sets and reps, and we give a video example of each one. So if that sounds like something that interests you guys, check out that very first link below. Let's get started with this video. So this diamond release right here from this wide receiver obviously gets locked up pretty good, and this DB has a great rep right there, right? So I think there's a few things that we could clean up on this. Now, first things first, in a lot of offenses, wide receivers, coaches, offensive coordinators, they stress on alignment from the wide receiver, right? So they stress on where he's lined up, especially the outside receiver. If you're at the top of the numbers, which would be here, if you're at the bottom of the numbers, or some people love to teach middle of the numbers. Now, this is mainly, if your coach doesn't stress that, you need to have a set place that you're going to line up based on the route, I guess you can say, right? So what a lot of DB, I personally, if the ball's in the middle of the field, I like telling the wide receivers to line up on the middle of the numbers. Only reason I say that is because that doesn't give the DB the advantage of him knowing what type of route it's going to be. Because if I'm a DB and a smart, intelligent DB will pick up on this, if you're lined up on the bottom of the numbers, why would you ever do that if you're going to be running an outside breaking route? You're pretty much cutting down the space that you have by a few yards. You would line up on the top of the numbers if you're going to run a route like a comeback, a fade route, so you have more space to operate to the sideline. If you're going to run maybe a speed out, because I know a lot of people run a speed out from the outside, you're lined up at the top of the numbers. So if I'm a DB and I see a wide receiver lined up at the bottom of the numbers, I'm probably going to be pretty disciplined and try to sit to the inside, because I know he's at the bottom of the numbers to use more field to create more space away from maybe a safety that we have over the middle or any kind of help over the middle. So it's just an easier way to kind of distinguish what route you're going to be doing from a DB perspective, or to kind of have that discipline to sit on the inside a little bit longer. So if your coach doesn't stress that, you need to stress that, especially if you're doing one-on-ones, and you could line up wherever you want. Whenever we do one-on-ones at our camps, our clinics, guys will love to line up. Whenever they have like a 10-yard out route, they'll line up like not even on the top of the numbers. They'll almost line up like a slot with a cut-down split. Now, if I'm a DB, I'm going to sit outside shade because I'm expecting an outside route. So what if you beat me to the inside? That's kind of a chicken, you know what type of route, and one-on-one. So you just got to know the alignment and how a DB is going to be actually be thinking. Okay, so that's number one. Now, number two on this is when you come off the line, and again, when you have an inside shade guy, you want to do something called a diamond release. So a diamond release is when you run up and you take 3 hard steps to the outside on a 45-degree angle to sell the slant. Now, again, like we said, or to sell vertical to get that DB to jump so you can run the slant. Now, we said because we're at the bottom of the numbers, we got to sell fade. It's probably unlikely that we're going to run a fade from that alignment. So it all ties together, fellas. So when you guys take those 3 steps, it's much better if you're at the top of the numbers or the middle of the numbers, because this DB is actually threatened by the fade based on your alignment. Now, what's going to actually get this DB to open up his hips is by you guys actually taking a full stride and actually running on this thing. So you see when this wide receiver comes off, his 3 steps are very choppy. They don't really gain any ground. They're at the right angle, but they're not gaining any ground. If I'm a DB and I'm trying to sit on a route, I'm looking for 2 things. I'm looking at your pad level. Are there any changes in the pad level? And I'm trying to pay attention to your stride length and speed, which kind of tie together. So if you're taking choppy strides and I feel that, shit, I'm going to sit on that route. I'm not going to open up and go think that it's a fade. I'm going to sit on this thing and expect you to break underneath, because nobody runs a fade with choppy strides all the way down the field. You'd look ridiculous, right? So make sure when you guys do this type of a move, it's got to be 3 full strides. And when you guys hit that 3rd step, this is one of the common mistakes guys will make. They will reach out. You see how he starts to reach with the 3rd step. But guess what? When you reach, what does that do with your upper half? You start to lean back. And when you start to lean back, it makes it very easy for this DB to get hands. But also when he sees that pad level raise, he's able to sit on this route. So just make sure that those 3 mistakes, fellas, if you guys have the option, the quarter that your receiver coach doesn't stress where you need to be lined up on the numbers as an outside receiver, make sure I like it to be in the middle of the numbers if the ball's in the middle of the field. When it's on a hash, that's a different story. Again, when it's on the right hash, that's a different story. You probably want to be on the bottom of the numbers. But when it's the middle of the field situation, basic situation as it gets, make yourself unpredictable. Number 2, don't chop your feet. Number 3, don't reach for the third step on a diamond release. Let's play it again, full speed one more time. Again, right idea, just not the best job selling that route. So now let's look at Davante Adams. So obviously here, we got inside shade coverage, same type of coverage, but look at his split. He's not even on the numbers. His split is cut way down, right? So this is a good split to where you can sell the fade, get that DB to think fade, and then be able to slip back underneath. It's all about deception, fellas, but there are different ways to get separation in any situation. It's all just based on that DB's leverage and how he's going to play you, but more importantly, how you sell the route. So let's watch his route here. So his 3 steps on this diamond release are full stride, and he stays fully committed, and he does not reach. There are no indicators on this break. So he does the same kind of thing as that first DB, a little bit tighter coverage, but same type of concept, same type of leverage. But his 3 steps that he takes to the outside, you see how he's actually gaining ground? He's not going flat. He's not going lateral. He's actually pushing upfield. That is what makes the DB think fade. Because again, he's looking for a change in your pad level, and he's looking for a change in your speed. And if I don't have that change in speed, I'm running full speed, I'm running full stride. Everything about that tells that DB fade. Now, granted, his eyes are a little high. Adams does a great job of selling this route with that little peek back technique, which is a great thing you could do. I personally only like that on the goal line. But you see when he makes his 3rd step on that cut, inside of his frame. He's not reaching way outside his frame. He's not leaning back. That is what it takes, fellas. Speed, committing your hips and your shoulders, and that cut is sudden inside that frame to change direction for you so we don't give that indicator to the DB. Just make sure we don't make those key mistakes on the slant, fellas, and you guys will get more and more separation against this man coverage inside shade look that everybody loves to talk about. Let's play this thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Adams taking those 3 steps, gaining ground, and being sudden with those feet and not giving that DB any indicators. All right, fellas, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback. It's always great to hear from you guys as usual. And again, fellas, if you'd like a 4-week on-field wide receiver workout schedule, all the drills wide receivers need to be doing, a little bit more on the advanced challenging side for route running, press releases, hands, explosiveness, and the works, video example of each drill, and sets and reps. Check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.